Maturity's gotta happen fast for us. And I knew I needed a point guard, somebody that I could blame everything on, and she'd be okay with it.
So that's it, the loops right here, towels right here, this right there. That's what goes down there. We got some bean bags coming, because we watching some TV up in here. Culture-wise, I think that Christy came in with a plan, and I was part of that plan, and it was to be a leader, and I think I did a fairly well job in that position.
Forget what you've heard about the Fever's chemistry. Their secret weapon? It's not a player. It's not a play. It's something you can't even see on the court, and it's about to change everything. What's wild, you know? The Fever are creating something extraordinary while everyone else is occupied discussing drama. What if I told you that their secret weapon is in the locker room instead of the court? Time to find out what's truly happening inside Fever headquarters. Imagine a practice court full with smiles, high fives, and wait, is that Erica Wheeler laughing? This isn't what you would anticipate from a group that is purportedly having chemistry problems. However, that's precisely what takes place inside those Fever doors. Let's look inside a normal practice for Fever. The mood? It's electrical. Gamers are smiling, supporting one another, and having a great time. It feels more like entering a family gathering than a hoops game. Your teammates are genuinely enjoying each other's company, making jokes during water breaks, and getting giddy after every practice. But enjoying yourself isn't the only goal. These optimistic feelings are quite important, particularly for a young team such as the Fever. To develop chemistry and flourish as a pair, they require this kind of setting, and they're killing it, I can assure you. Let's now discuss a few important players who are truly making this club work. It's Erica Wheeler first. She is the team's lifeblood off the court, as well as a leader on it. She will be in charge of pre-game hype sessions, plan team dinners, and be the first to recognize and congratulate her teammates' accomplishments. She resembles the older sister that everyone aspires to have. And Kelsey Mitchell comes next. This girl exudes optimism and vitality like a wildfire. She never fails to grin and say something nice to her teammate. She's the one who motivates everyone to work harder during practice by pushing everyone to be better. It makes sense why the team supports her so strongly. The way these players are promoting harmony and morale is very amazing. They are developing into a family, not just a team.
All right, you can't get day one back. You can't get it back. This sets it right here. If you said in that meeting last night that you were a leader, then you lead and you hold people accountable.
I really came into this year and knew me and my staff were going to do a lot of teaching, just a lot of making sure that we removed a lot of bad habits and implement good habits and habits that were going to stick with us.
When we watch this video tonight, when it's over, all right, when the shot went up, did people sprint as hard as they can back? Because these guys led the league in what? Be who you are. Be who you are. Don't try to, we have everybody in this room, we brought you here because of a skill set that you have. Don't try to be something you're not. Because that's when you mess up.
Their interactions, mutual inside jokes, and support of one another both on and off the court are all signs of this. The worst part is that this upbeat vibe isn't simply lip service. Their performance is being significantly impacted by it, particularly as they prepare for the playoffs. Players that genuinely enjoy each other's company on the court will communicate more effectively, have greater trust during games, and be more inclined to prioritize the team. Let's dissect this now. Our team consists of individuals that laugh together, work hard together, and support one another as if they were family. Does this squad seem like it has chemistry problems? Not even near. Actually, that's the exact reverse of Swoopes' recommendation. You could assume that the players are the only ones exhibiting this sense of teamwork. However, this tale is not over yet. What if I told you that the real MVP of the Fever isn't even playing? Meet the lady who is altering the game from the sideline. Let us introduce Coach Christy Sides, the visionary behind the Fever's metamorphosis.
We're going to practice until it's perfect. We're going to not skip a step, I promise you.
I was looking for Christy Sides type coach.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, you guys heard me speak?
You know, for me, loyalty and who you are as a human being is so important. And Paul's been in the NBA. I thought he could really help me with an edge of what's going on in the NBA right now. We can implement that into our system now.
She isn't like other WNBA coaches. Sides is concentrating on something far more significant than other coaches are writing plays: the team's morale. See, Sides wasn't signed on to be a tactical mastermind. Nope, her primary responsibilities are maintaining a winning culture and raising morale, and she's killing it, I tell you. Envision entering a Fever practice. Drills and strategy sessions are what you would expect to see. It's another matter altogether, though. with Sides leading the charge. You wouldn't believe how revved up these players are under her influence. Imagine this. Coach Sides gathers the group of players. Rather than discussing X's and O's, her focus is on motivating her teammates. She's establishing a family, not simply a team. Her motivational speeches, plays, and stats are not relevant to them. It all comes down to having faith in both yourself and your allies. Know what's absurd? The Fever is responding quite well to this strategy. These young athletes are developing not only on the court, but also off it. Sides is similar to that hip ant that never fails to make you feel strong. The worst part is that Sides is more than just inspirational. She's fostering an atmosphere that will allow these players to succeed. She seems to have discovered the key to effective team dynamics. And what do you know? It's not about rigid regulations or elaborate plays. Making these participants feel important, encouraged, and a part of something greater than themselves is the goal. Consider it. When was the last time you heard of a professional sports coach emphasizing teamwork over strategy? I think that's quite wild. However, that was just what the Fever needed. Sides' strategy fits this young Fever team perfectly. These athletes require more than just a coach. They also require a mentor, a support system, and occasionally a friend. And that's everything that Sides combines into one. But what about winning game? You may be asking yourself. The issue is, Sides is laying the groundwork for long-term success by creating this amazing sense of teamwork. She is aware that a group of gifted people who can't stand to be in the same room together can never perform as well as a team that fights for and trusts one another. And what were the outcomes? They've begun to manifest. Not only are the Fever performing better on the field, but they are having more fun. Their grins, high fives, and mutual celebration of each other's accomplishments all convey this. What's wild, you know? Something strange is occurring outside the arena, while Coach Sides is doing her magic in the changing room. More quickly than ever, Fever gear is selling off the shelves. What's behind this merchandising frenzy, and what does it really reveal about the real relationship of the team? Now let's discuss those Fever merchandise sales. They're not simply excellent, they're crazy. We are discussing a sudden spike in sales that is surprising everyone. Fans would probably be reluctant to represent their team with all of this controversy around the chemistry. But nope, that's entirely the reverse. Envision entering the team store of the Fever. You would think it would be fairly quiet? False. There's a flurry of excitement. Hats, shirts, and everything in between are being snatched up by fans, like Black Friday, but only for Fever devotees. And here's the thing, it goes beyond your typical team uniform. The Fever has some really amazing merchandise. We're discussing hoodies that read, "Who Needs Defense?" and Demon Danta's shirts. I know, it's absurd. Fans, though, adore it. Not only are they supporting the team's performance, but also its culture. This is when things start to get interesting.
And it's after Clark was picked. Stores rolled out Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever jerseys and t-shirts.
Fans are on the hunt for anything and everything Clark now that she's officially a member of the Indiana Fever.
Away from Christmas time through, I mean, we didn't have nearly enough in stock for just the regular jersey t-shirts and whatnot. And then it's just been nonstop orders coming in still today.
Dick Weiss posted that more Caitlin Clark Indiana Fever jerseys were sold in one day than the Cowboys sold last year for the entire team.
These transactions, they are more than just spreadsheet figures. They have something to say, a strong, unambiguous statement that declares, "We believe in this team." Consider it. Would you spend your hard-earned money on merchandise for a team that you believed was in danger of failing? Not in a manner. Fans of Fever, though, everyone is on board. The drama isn't appealing to them. They are accepting the possibility. They want to be a part of what they perceive to be something unique developing in Indiana. And even more absurd than that, you know? The team is directly benefiting from the support of the fans. When you step onto the court as a Fever player, picture a swarm of fans dressed in your uniform. That's belief rather than just support. It's similar to having a second player on your team. This kind of fan fervor, it's a huge boost to team spirit. This is our way of saying to these players, we've got your back. And it's invaluable assistance like that for a young club like the Fever. It develops self-assurance, harmony, and yes, chemistry. Let's take a moment to dissect this. Our squad laughs together during practice. Our coach is passionate about fostering a sense of camaraderie among the players, and now our fans are turning out in force. Do you think this is a squad that has chemistry problems? Not even near. It's actually the exact opposite. This group of people is very inspiring in the way that they are gelling as a unit. Not only are they developing chemistry on the court, from the locker room to the fans in the seats, they are building an entire culture, a Fever family. The worst part is, All of this great energy? It is communicative. The team feels more supported, the more the fans get behind them. They do better when they feel more supported, and the more enthusiastic the crowd get, the better they perform. It's a positive feedback loop that continues to grow. Now, let's review what Swoopes stated. Problems with chemistry? Please. The Fever aren't simply staying out of trouble, they're making something extraordinary. Something that, in contrast to other professional sports, is uniting players, coaches, and spectators.